Good evening, Musk enjoyers. How doing alright? 'Cause it's time for the predictions video. Earlier today, we had the April 4th swipe for 2025, and well, I got to be brutally honest with you. I don't think all of these are going to be perfectly fine. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point every single one of these potentially goes down in price, more specifically within this month. So please be aware, there's some interesting things here, and of course, interesting collection continuations. But we are going to have Easter. And I'm not sure if we're going to have it next week or it's going to be starting after the week after that. But we would normally assume we're going to get like 2 weeks worth of Easter. And I should point out there's a contest that's been set up here by TGG for, Face Punch and whatnot to select all the skins. So far we have about 60. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up between 150, 200-ish. That's the expectation. All of them do have to be submitted by April 6th. But the point is that we are going to have Easter in the way. And if people don't see instant continuation, if they don't get instant gratification, they start dumping. Other people exist. This is a problem. So I know I've just instantly yapped at you, a thing to be worried about, and that's what you're here for. Be prepared for something like that. We've got Easter in the way, and it could potentially go up to 3 weeks if we're going to match up to last year's Halloween and Christmas. We'll see. Alright, so I'm just giving you a bit of a heads up there. So, regardless, a smart barter can always usually lead to some sort of success. So, out of all of these skins, which one potentially is the best investment for this week? And which of these skins might help us walk away with some sweet, delicious looking profit? I think I'm going to sit here and say the Ultramarine Locker. So, right now, player counts have been dropping off. Don't worry, it's a routine thing. It usually happens around now. So, March, April, we kind of go for a bit of a low point. But this low point, right, should be where skins reach their lowest point as of now. Because, of course, we start the year with the post-Christmas, very nice high prices. Then it goes down to a low point around now. But after a while, it can't get any lower. And then we look forward towards the summer. A lovely time. Which, by the way, might just happen to have one of the biggest updates we've ever seen. The jungle update coming out around then, just saying. And we'll talk more about that in a little bit. But overall, the point I'm trying to get across is that Ultramarine Locker is interesting when you actually just straight up look at the Ultramarine collection as a whole. That whole spiel I just talked about a second ago, how prices should be down and whatnot, Ultramarine collection don't care. It don't care, look at it. So the clothing and armour, doing nice. The deplorables, doing nice. I know you might bring up the Ultramarine Garage Store. Well, that did 30,000 subscribers, and then all the other ones did like basically half as much. But it's still doing good, That's not down in price, that's holding up, that's doing A-OK. So overall, this collection does appear to be in demand. I know I've had a few people messaging me saying, Hedge, I don't like it, I don't get it. Well, clearly there's a decent enough portion of people that do like it and are buying it and keeping the prices up. This is it during April. What is that going to look like during the summer of 2025? Take that into consideration. So if all the prices are holding up ever so nicely, what could happen to this locker? Do you reckon it would still go down in price? Now, just to kind of follow up with that point there, the lockers we've seen over the past 2 or so years, they haven't been super good. So with the recent lockers we've had Beauty Industry and Lunar Snake Locker. Now, Beauty Industry just kind of came out recently, and that's only got like a few listings below its roster price. Oh no, it's at $2.20 after selling at $2.49. Well, don't worry about that one. That's a holiday theme skin, so I'll kind of just let that slide. But when you look at the skins that we got last year, we had like the Neon Full Kit Locker, the Hazmat Locker, and the Road Sign Locker, this technically being part of the Neon collection. Well, they've actually kind of been on a slow decline ever since they came out. But recently, they've stopped going down in price. And I made a video talking about the Neon collection somewhat recently, so go check out my recent videos. It was probably about 2 weeks ago. But yeah, Forest Raiders look has actually started to pick up. Nukrum, that whole collection's a bit, people don't seem to be super interested in that. And that, of course, is the Frosty's Locker, a Christmas themed one. It's out of season, it's not Christmas, but probably a great time to pick it up right about now, just saying. So overall, when we just went through like post-Christmas, January time, a good couple months back, that should be like one of the best times to sell your skins because prices are up ever so nicely. All of these are in the negative. So that's a little bit... But I've got to sit here and say, I think the Ultramarine Locker won't be selling too ridiculously, and I think the collection behind it will give it a nice boost. So, okay, maybe it's going to have the support. How much is it likely going to sell by next Thursday, though? I can't give you that answer right about now. I can't give you a solid, good estimate. But I wouldn't expect ridiculous sales. So keep an eye on my Twitter tomorrow, and you'll see my estimates and whatnot with the first 24 hours of subscribers. Right then, so looking at the remaining skins... I think by default I have to bring up Black Paladin hoodie and pants, because by default, if we see tier 2 or tier 3 being accepted, even boots and gloves, I mean, good things. Oh, lovely things. So let's just kind of bring this up. For the past, how do I say this? For the past 3 years, ever since we've saw the first blackout alternative skin being accepted, we've had 2 blackout alternative collections every single year. So let's just kind of bring this up. In the past, we saw Dragon Rage pants being accepted with the hoodie. And then later that year, we got Black Gold collection. Next year, we saw the Pirate collection and the Legacy Kevlar collection. Legacy Kevlar started at the very end of December 2023. And then in 2024, we had the Commando collection and the Black Diamond collection. So far this year, we have seen the recent Tire Tier 2, and now we have Black Paladin. I'm just going to point out and sit here and say, all of those skins we just saw, some of them not doing super great, but that's definitely clearly due to oversaturation. It's not too hard to notice. But quite a lot of them are doing pretty sweet, doing pretty all right. So let me just sit here and say, whilst we have plenty of options, people do still appreciate a nice sleek black design. Okay, and with all due respect, that's nice. But please be aware of this. Easter's going to be in the way. I don't think we're getting an instant collection continuation, but I can offer you some reassuring words. If you're to go over to here and look at Kit's most recent skin submissions, or more specifically his collection link here, oh look, Black Paladin Tier 3 was submitted before. All he's got to do is resubmit it or tweak it a bit and release it as a version 2. Okay, alright, well, we can anticipate that potentially being accepted at some point in the future. So yeah, by default, doesn't matter. If you see those new core pieces being accepted, and core pieces I refer to as clothing, tier 2 or tier 3 armor, I mean, that's going to go up in price nicely. But I do anticipate it dropping off because with Easter in the way, people get impatient. They want to see those instant continuations, but no, I've got to wait. I don't want to wait. It happens a lot. You should be surprised. So that's interesting, but we need to see if those collection continuations actually happen. It could very likely just end like that. So yeah, be cautious. Looking at the remaining skins, I think I'm going to talk about the Thompson now. So Thompsons, yeah, no, they're doing pretty all right. Again, prices should be down pretty bad, but look at all of them. Some of them are in a positive. Not all of them though, but like that's only down by 5%, that's down by 15%, that's down by 12%, that's down by 20%. I mean, it's not that bad, all right? And then the ones that are in the positive, up 9, up 37, up 18, up 16, up 16. That's cool. I'm not going to complain about that. That's looking pretty sweet. What's it going to look like when we're in the summer of 2025? And now, if we could just scroll up, Popstar. So last week we had an anime girl AK-47, but we've already had that before with the Popstar collection. This AK, when it came out, I was very curious. Let's go over that. Very curious about how it was going to, roll from here. When we saw the LR300 being accepted quite some time back, and you can see the sales history right over here, you can see that that spiked in demand ever so nicely. Well, with today's, technically yesterday's, it's a bit late for me, with the recent Thompson being accepted, this AK has started to go back up a bit. I think it will probably climb up a little bit more as we roll into Friday and Saturday. That is also looking to be pretty appealing. So I just want to point out that might be having a bit of a fun time on the horizon if we keep seeing more consistent Popstar skins being produced and accepted. But that is like one of a few AKs that have actually done a pretty good job of retaining their value, because we have tons of AK-47 skins. So I just point it out. This collection does seem to get some decent appreciation. It does get some decent sales. I think that Popstar Thompson still likely could drop off a fair bit initially, but I think it's going to be appreciated if we do see more and more skins being produced and accepted. I would like to see if Mr. RR3, the skin creator, dabble into doing some other things, deplorables, clothing and armour. Do you think we should have an anime girl tier 3 set? I said this in the Rust Rotation video. And don't forget, consider watching the Rust Rotation video to get a very good look at all the brand new skins, of course. That Thompson does look nice. It's very colourful. I could see it doing pretty okay, but I want to see how many sales happen. So with that being an abnormal skin, with that being marketable before the roster even rotates, I will be streaming on Wednesday night. We'll consider prices and we'll approach it doing the Bardas first and look at the abnormal Bardas support afterwards. So yeah, that's how I'm going to approach it. But if you like it, by all means, buy one for yourself. Treat yourself. Support the skin creator. Keep them nice and motivated to keep wanting to put out nice creative designs in the future. Right then. So looking at the remaining skins, well, I'm not feeling really confident with the remaining skins. Very sorry to say. So maybe I'll just pick out Señor Tomato Door. Right then, so this is a collection continuation to the Rock. That actually bounced up a little bit today. I think it had like 70 sales when this appeared. Yeah, but Sheep Doors, hey, it's goofy, it's silly, and consider watching my rust rotation video to get a good look at it. It doesn't glow, and I'm not sure if that's going to be like a make or break for a lot of people, but I should point it out. It's very reflective, and it looks very silly. But is that enough? I don't know. And when you consider the amount of Sheep Doors that we have in the game, there are other options out there. But are any of these other options you see here tomatoes? I ask you, come on, answer. I don't think that's going to be that much. I don't think it's going to hold it up that much. Like, if you could sit there and say, oh, but it looks cute. Well, we had the Harbour Seal door, and that's now half in price. It's very similar. Look at the big eyes. So, yeah, I think that's still going to drop off a fair bit. Now, in comparison, we also have the garage door. But whilst we haven't had that many Sheep Doors this year, we've had a lot of garage doors this year. And we had a lot the previous year, and we had a lot the previous year before that. The point I'm trying to get across is, I am concerned. I think with a smart barter, I could still walk away with some decent potential profit because of the design being pretty silly. We are not friendly. We will not be your friends. We are going to hurt you. I think a lot of people actually like that. But with the amount that's been selling already, I feel a little bit concerned it's going to probably do over like 20,000 subscribers, maybe even push up to 30. A bit ridiculous. And with that, and the amount of garage doors we've had accepted so far this year, and many more that are very likely follow this, including Twitch jobs, I think that's going to struggle to retain interest, and I worry for it. A smart buy order, let's say, or no, maybe just $1. I think you could walk away, probably picking up a bunch of them, hopefully being, able to flip some of them maybe in the summer. We shall see, but do not be surprised that drops off in price. We are still getting tons of garage doors, and there's still tons of them being produced, and we have Easter around the corner, and there will be a lot of deplorables being produced for Easter. You cannot escape this. It's inevitable. Cool idea. If you like it, buy one for yourself. Wait it out at the very least until Wednesday. Again, we'll be streaming. We'll approach doing the abnormal barders, and we'll see how it looks afterwards. But I don't have a lot of faith, I'm sorry to say. Then we have the tools. All the pickaxes and hatches over the past few years, pretty much every single one of them ends up going down to around $1. Now, there are some anomalies that get manipulated, but look at all of them. They're all down to basically $1. They are all literally down to almost just around $1, basically. People just do not care for hatchets. People just do not care for pickaxes. So you might notice that there is a Wasteland hatchet that came out some time ago that's selling for $22. That has been manipulated, all right? These barders that you see to the right of here, they are not legitimate. They are people involved in the manipulation. They're trying to make it appear as if it's actually valuable. Look at the sales history and it's a bit absurd. Whilst it's been going on for a very long time, that is not legitimate actual purchases. It's a group of people making it appear to be valuable, and some poor third-party site that's not doing a good enough job to keep up, the awareness of what's going on is going to get tricked and have all the actual legitimate valuables taken away. Oh dear. So anyway, look, all of this just basically $1. Yeah, you can give me an answer as to why you think that they all go down to $1, but what do you reckon's going to happen to those two? It's going to go down to $1. So, I might just do an 80 cent to, about like an 80 cent barter. Pick these up for a cheaper price, try and flip them, but yeah. And then we have a wooden door, and I just have no faith in wooden doors. Take one quick look over to here at all the wooden doors we've had over the past, 3 years, and you'll notice pretty much every single one of them is below $1. 80 cents, 88 cents, 81 cents, 83 cents, $1.15, 95 cents, 85 cents, 78 cents, 80 cents, 69 cents, 83 cents, 97 cents, $1.81, 82 cents, $1.72. I think there's something funny going on with these two wooden doors, by the way. Just want to point that out. Rampage wooden door and Sweet wooden door have some very random barders that are asking for them for like $1.30. So if you happen to own some, feel free to go sell to them. Point made. So overall, that is not looking very good. And this design, I mean, I get what they are doing. It obviously matches up to that, and it got accepted. So props to you. But I don't think people are going to care about that. I don't think people care enough to keep a wooden door in their door at their main in their base for very long. Early on, sure, but later on. And, maybe there's certain servers where you don't have to worry, but you get the idea. I don't think that's going to have enough interest, and I really wouldn't be surprised if it drops off. So, overall, that is everything. I'm not 100% convinced, but again, a smart barter can always usually lead to some sort of success. Cool. So, what happens from here and now? Well, I would hope for some improvement. Could we see April actually maintaining an average player count above 100,000? We'll see. I think it will drop off a fair bit, unfortunately. But of course, once we roll into May, maybe we could have some pretty interesting things. So, in the newest blog post, and don't forget every single update that we have, there is always a blog post. They have outright said jungle updates coming. Oh, it's just around the corner. How early could it appear? I mean, it could appear as early as next month for the May Force Wipe. But I get the feeling they're going to probably time it maybe just about right for when the kids are out of school, mainly in North America. And I think that basically happens around the end of May, early June. Again, Americans, feel free to comment below if you know. But yeah, they're outright teasing you with the tiger. Oh, they're going to hunt you and they are going to destroy you, along with the crocodiles and the panthers and the evil snakes. Right, so cool. And yeah, did you invest into green clothing and armor? Because, you know, just saying. I'm just saying. So yeah, overall, that's looking very appealing. That's looking very nice. Now, of course, you should also keep an eye on the commits now, because we have just had a brand new update. So what else is there to look forward to? Well, you can see that they're planning to do some sort of wallpapers for floors. Okay, I mean, my toes will appreciate it, I guess. And then over to here, Aztec Assault Rifle. So you know how when we had the primitive update come out, we had a special medieval pack? Well, I get the feeling this is going to probably be the thing for the jungle update when it comes out. An Aztec-themed set. I'm well aware that in the past on the commits, there's been mentions of a jungle building skin. I'm well aware that there has been like some shelves mentioned. Like, I think they're making something, put it all together, and they'll release it when the jungle update comes out. Don't be surprised. So, okay, cool. A new AK, but I bet you it's a DLC one, and you won't be able to sell it. That's the point I'm trying to get across. Now, to kind of stay in the know in regards to new content, you can always keep an eye on Shelby on Twitter, as he mentions here, the wallpaper floors, and you also can keep an eye on Mr. Protox, whoever here mentions the Aztec Assault Rifle. So, yeah, they're always on it. They're always, like, in the know, knowing what's potentially coming out soon, and very useful Twitter accounts to follow in regards to that. So overall, that is basically everything, and I'll quickly showcase to you the previous week's skins. Remember, none of them were abnormal, but we did all the builders earlier. They all appeared, every single one of them, at 1 AM Friday, and well, they didn't sell too ridiculously. These are looking pretty interesting, but this roster over here is a bit of a contrast, so okay, cool. Let's just see what happens next, and keep an eye out for all the newest Easter skins that are being submitted. Let's see which ones potentially get accepted. I'll have this linked in the description so you can see that for yourself. And with that, thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Catch you later. Soon, goodbye.